So one of the first exciting changes that we have to make at our yard is to change our drop-off and pick-up procedures. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we have to limit the number of visitors to our school, and that includes our school grounds. So as of this coming school year, you're no longer able to drop your child directly at the classroom door, but you have to drop them at one of our 2 exit points and entry points to the yard. This is one of them. You'll clearly know this is where you drop them off because there's a big yellow line and there'll also be signage available. That we have this path right here. It's got big paws here, which are 2 meters apart. It's great for our daily physical activity and our outdoor phys ed classes. But if your child is running late, they can also go down this path towards their area without having to worry about mixing in with other lineups or compromising their cohorts. We really want things to be safe for everybody, and we want you to know that we're doing our very best to keep your child engaged, learning, and safe. All right, and I love this group of parents because they're actually doing their best to maintain physical distancing, but we know that that won't be possible at all times, so that they'll have their mask with them as well, especially if they want to crowd around and say goodbye to their child. We welcome parents as much as possible, so make sure you bring your mask if you want to say that final goodbye. All right, so I want you to imagine you've just dropped your child off and it's about 20 after 8. Notice some of the children have wearing masks and some of the children are not, and that's okay. But at 8:25, a warning bell will ring, and then when the children hear the warning bell, they'll begin to put on their masks and they'll start to get into their line. Our class happens to be line number 16. Now, our staff will be wearing their PPE while on duty at all times, but we want you to know that we don't expect your child to have to wear a mask while walking to school if that's not something they're comfortable with. But once that warning bell kicks in, they'll have their mask ready to go. Should your child have forgotten a mask that day, we'll have a backup in the classroom ready for them, and they'll be socially distanced on their way inside the school, as you will see in our hallway video, where they change their shoes and get into their class. Now, we're not all gonna enter the school at the same time. We're gonna take our turn, and line number 16 will only go in once the other lines have gotten through the hallways, into their classrooms, and are safely in their cohorts. This might take a little bit of extra time, but there's no price for safety. And we want to make sure that all of our children are safe and enjoying their school day.